Good evening. Sean Flaherty, Black Point Road. There was something in this ordinance committee memo or coming out of the ordinance committee that was missing in today's, that was there before. On March 5th, the ordinance committee memo says, under background, the vast majority of comments were in opposition. February the 11th, ordinance committee memo, the vast majority of comments were in opposition. Town council memo on October 15th. Again, the memo, public comment. The vast majority of comments are in opposition to the proposal. October 8th, the memo provided, public comment. The vast majority of public comments are in opposition. September 10th, public comment. The vast majority of comments are in opposition. July 9th, 2025, the vast majority of comments are in opposition. It's not in this memo for some reason. I think that's important. I think it's important because people are losing faith that they're being listened to, and it's clear. I want to just, kind of highlight a few things that were said at one of those specific meetings, specifically September 25. My understanding really was that a lot of the pushback we were getting was from enforcement and penalties, which were eliminated, Councilor Shoup. I think what you need to do is not make it onerous on property owners. An ordinance that calls for safety provisions that are tempered by comments we've received. It's about education. Councilor Donovan. For me, it's about gathering data and having that available. I think about how many people are saying here, how much parking do you have? We can gather that data and reevaluate those situations. Councilor Shoup. Not talking about inspections, but for me, this is an occupancy and a parking issue, Councilor Shoup. It's not part of the data we are trying to collect, at least for me. We have a 3-bedroom home, but they're listing occupancy of 25. I think that's what neighbors are concerned about. That doesn't happen here, and it's already not allowed. Regardless of what issues are, when you're talking about a town ordinance or laws and regulations in general, it's generally a good thing that it's not easy to change ordinances. It should be a very deliberate process, Councilor Fellows. So this should not be an onerous process. It should not be over-regulation, Councilor Donovan. The public comments that were made in the period in 2025, there were 28 people. There were 2, maybe 3, because someone wrote 2, in support. And instead of getting scaled back, compromised legislation, we're called in again today without the data, which we were supposed to be collecting, and making new zoning complex, convoluted, difficult to understand, and restricting property rights of people who are doing what is a legal residential use. I know I'm out of time, so I want one final thing. I will say this. The ordinance and inspection requirements are not just onerous for our private homes, especially when it's our private residence. There are legal issues with constitutional implications. Just ask Bar Harbor and figure out why they amended their short-term rental ordinance again just last November to remove the inspection process, because it's a privacy issue guaranteed by the 4th Amendment. That's just one of the few issues here. So I hope this goes back to the ordinance committee when we can compromise, where you will listen to public input, take the words that you said, and be deliberate and pass something that's going to work. Thank you very much.